Hey there and welcome to Roving Timujin Schnell, where first up we need to do a little bit of cleanup before continuing to work on sleeves and arms. Here is Timujin after cleanup, and I've cleaned up the barrel of his DC-16 as well as the various pieces that comprise it, and then around his sleeves, around his cape, around his collar. So now he's ready to have stuff added. So first I'm going to work on his upper sleeves. First then we have the hands reworked, and to go and check and discovered that he, as a basilisk, has 3 fingers and a thumb, so each hand now has 3 fingers and a thumb. Hands have been put on holding his weapon as well, his DC-16 heavy blaster rifle, as well as the 3 digits on both of his saber hands. So now that's cleaned up, we're going to move on to sleeves and more of the robe. The sleeves are now done on the upper arms, and the braces are done on the lower arms. So we have a lot of the top half modelled now, and need to get the braces done on the forearms, on the upper arms, and get in the bottom half of his robe. But before doing that, I need to deal with his legs. So next up I'll deal with the braces and his tootsies, his feet. Here we go then, the van brace is done on the upper arms now, as well as the lower arms, and also just blobbed in the feet so that they're basically done. Next step is going to be to get his lower legs wrapped. A lot of them are illustrated, the basilisks are illustrated as having sort of leg wraps, so I'm going to do the leg wraps up the leg, and then I'll wrap the upper leg for the trouser before putting on the upper part of his robe. I say the upper part, the bottom of his robe really, where it comes down over the top. But as with other illustrations, I'm probably just doing it as like the tabard that comes down centrally and down the back, rather than a sort of big all-encompassing robe like you often see on other kinds of Jedi. Here we go then. The leg wraps were done first, and it's done in a series of straps which have been wrapped around and put into place, so each strap is essentially put in separately by rolling out a single piece of green stuff and then putting it into place and turning it into a sort of bandage looking thing. Partly because I wanted the overlay to always be top edge. There's some variation on the upper edges of the legs, and there's sort of a knot put in on the back of the right hand leg as you're looking at it now, which is his right leg. Oh, that's novel. And then I've just put in the trousers at the same time. It's not a problem working with this in the same area, working sort of soft with soft. It's only when you run the risk of squishing your fingers and such forth which it becomes problematic, so you've got to be aware of that. So just need to put in the front and back of his robe, and we'll be done for the minute. So when I am doing this to do the bit of tabard that's dropping down between his legs there, it starts off like this. So I've got a blob and I've just pressed into either side of the blob, and then I'll flatten out the middle bit, which will create the middle bit like is on that. Now you could do this the other way around, where you press into the middle first and then press the other 2 over it, so that you fold over the middle rather than the middle over the edges. This is just so you could get an idea of how I'm arriving at this shape, and then I'm just dragging it out and using the tool to force it into something like the shape I want it. So if I just flatten this out, you end up with something like this, where you have the tabard running down the back, and then finishing off for the moment, just continued the motif of the trim running down the side at the front there. And this is all done in the same time, so this is all still soft. And with the trims, in some respects it's better to do it now because they form a more solid bond with the rest of the green stuff because it's still sticky, it'll still attach to one another. So this has been some interest use to you, and all your green stuffing, scratch building, conversions or what have you is going really well. Thank you for watching, have a good one and take care. Bye bye.